Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Tube for You. Well, today's episode is going to be absolutely fantastic because yesterday, the 7th of September 2016, Apple announced the big things. Like they announced the Apple iPhone 7, the 7 Plus, and even the Watch Series 2. So, there's a lot more coming down in the video. Stay tuned for it and have fun. So basically, Tim Cook unveiled like a plethora of devices yesterday when they announced the new iPhone and the Apple Watch, as well as the software enhancements and a lot other things. What normally Tim Cook looked like, and to an Apple fanboy, this was what Tim Cook looked like. Yeah, actually, he was playing the part of Santa Claus and Christmas did came early. I'm seriously stoked by the quality and the craftsmanship that is displayed in the videos by Apple. Basically what happened was they launched in a lot of things. Let me just go ahead with what all they did quickly for you guys and let you know what exactly happened. So basically the presentation began with Tim riding alongside a cab driver. Now that cab driver is not a regular cab driver. He himself features in YouTube and other social media sites. It's a karaoke drive kind of a thing. Even Michelle Obama, Britney Spears, blah blah blah, everyone has come down in his cab, and cab is basically a Range Rover, so he's not just a regular cabbie. So what happened was Tim Cook hits a ride from him. They both sing along the way, and everyone is excited to see Tim on the stage. Now the moment Tim hits on the stage, people are so happy. They know something big is coming in, and it did happen. Now earlier on he started with the Connect ED, which is like especially and only meant for the United States of America, whereas in the Apple has donated almost like 4,500 laptops, the MacBooks to the teachers, and over 50,000 iPads for the kids. So that is what Apple is doing back to give back to the community. That's what Apple has done, and it's really nice because now everyone can code. They're basically teaching kids the Swift application, which is the coding platform for iOS developers, and also in a much friendlier way where they can understand coding. So definitely Apple is looking forward to a much tech advanced future where the kids themselves are well versed enough with the form of coding and a lot other things. So next thing that was revealed was iWork. Now what iWork is, basically you have the Pages app, you have Keynote, you have various other presentations, just like Windows has Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Word, etc. So what you can do in iWork is you can collaborate with your friends in real time and edit all the data together, create a slideshow, and that was presented live on the keynote session. So amazing, man, amazing. Next up came in Apple Watch. Now Apple Watch statistics are really surprising because it started shipping only late 2015. And what happened was there are top 10 watch brands that Apple had shortlisted. Obviously it's with the likes of the Rolex, Tissot, Citizen, you get it, like it's the biggies, and Apple Watch surpassed them all to become the number 2. You get that right. Only Rolex sells better than the Apple Watch, and Apple Watch is such a style statement that it is simply amazing. So while mentioning the Apple Watch, let me just pick up mine, and yep, so it is actually the number 1 selling smartwatch. It's also got the JD Power satisfaction and the recent studies. What was launched was not only just the Watch Series 2, which is much better than this one. This one currently is splash proof. You can like just shower it up a little bit here and there. Even water spills on it, nothing's gonna happen to it. But the latest one, the Series 2, is completely swim proof. So it is meant to do physical activities in the swimming pool. Not only just take a bath with it, you can go down deep. It is really nice, and more so ever, they featured one particular thing, the speaker inlet, because obviously the speaker needs air to pass into in order to reproduce sound frequencies. So what they did was the speaker is designed in such a fashion whereas it itself emits certain frequency waves in case if it detects presence of water inside the sill, and it simply splurts out the water. So that is one technology which is awesome, like amazing. Then came in the WatchOS 3, which was previously announced, and we are shipping it now. So Expect your watches to be updated very soon to the latest watchOS 3, which gives you a whole lot of functionality in terms of messaging, typing, emojis, the haptic feedback, the watch faces, and etc. and a lot more. Pokemon Go. Now, Pokemon Go took the world by storm 2 months ago, and everyone got crazy over it. So now you can simply use that app on your watch, and yes, you can find Pokemons, you can hatch your eggs, and also log in your activity at the same time. So now, obviously, the Apple Watch is upgraded. It is not the first generation product anymore. So it features second generation SP. Now, that's the S2 chip that we are getting. And SP is like the system package in a complete sealed container inside. The entire internals are sealed. They are working on new materials. There were a lot of speculations in the market about tungsten being used and God knows what. But again, this being Apple, this being classy, it came down with ceramic. Now, ceramic is something which is of a premium quality and it is really expensive, starting at $1,249 if I'm not wrong. Almost $1,250 is the base price for the ceramic model, 38mm and 42mm. So just to give you a basic highlight, now the Apple Watch 2 or the Apple Watch Series 2 features a dual core processor, 2 times brighter screen as compared to the first generation model, a water resistant up to 50 meters, 50 meters, and it's got built-in GPS, so it's no longer relying on the iPhone for GPS signals. It has its own GPS built inside, and it features watchOS 3. So we all know that Nike is one of the key collaborators with Apple since the very beginning. Like, they started Nike Plus, Nike Run from the iPod era. So what happened is Apple dedicatedly made a watch for them. It's the Apple Watch Nike Plus edition. You have a wonderful color coordinated, like the screen and the band. You have a perforated band with typical design which is loved by athletes all over the world. It's of a much better stretchable fabric, and also you have a typical different, you have immediate launching for the Nike store, the Nike app, etc. Now that watch is available in 4 different colors and all those look amazing. But again, they are not off to everyone's taste, only for people who keep on running around here and there. That watch is definitely better for them. Next up, the big thing, the big announcement that we all have been waiting for, the Apple iPhone. Now, iPhone has shipped to over 1 billion people right now. That's what the claim suggests, okay? And it's going to feature the iOS 10. Now, when Tim Cook said the world's most advanced operating system, a mobile operating system, needs the world's most advanced device, I was like, oh man, something big is going to come in. And the moment he started showing the show reel, I was simply blown away, because obviously Apple makes amazing commercials and this is second to none. Seriously, all you Android guys are like Samsungs and you don't match up to it. Yeah, come on, admit it for yourself the moment you see the presentation. It's the biggest iOS release ever. He talked about the HomeKit and a lot of other stuff. I'll be skipping to that. I'll be just coming straight on to the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So iPhone 7 was revealed in gorgeous jet black color. It is simply amazing, and obviously quality materials, top notch, or aluminum running down till the glass. It's a seamless device with literally zero line spacing in between. You also have the antenna bands which are very well camouflaged with the design itself. So also the home button was earlier on used just for the multitasking, Siri accessibility options, Apple Pay, a fingerprint touch ID, etc. But again, it's been remastered with the help of the new Taptic engine. And what you can do now is you can do quick actions, you can do messages directly on it, you can have notifications set, you can do ringtones and a custom Taptic API. So yes, definitely the home button has changed and it is looking amazing. No surprise to everyone, Samsung has been doing this for a long time, but again, when Apple does it, they do it with style. So now the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is water resistant and dust resistant. Its rating is IP67. Some might say Samsung offers IP68, but I don't care. I am pretty cool with it, because since the very beginning I've been using iPhones, and even my iPhone 6 is pretty good when it comes to surviving a watery crash maybe, yeah. So it's all fine till now. Apple was doing a great job since the very beginning, but they never marketed it out. But this time, you can literally see iPhone being dipped in the water. So, epic, man. The biggest highlight of the iPhone is always being the camera. People love to shoot pictures and they refrain from using a big camera, and iPhone does the job pretty well. So now all the iPhone models, the 7 and 7 Plus, will be coming with inbuilt optical image stabilization. They have a bigger 1.8 f aperture lens, so you can get better low light pictures. It's got a 6 lens assembly, so it is giving you even a much wider spectrum of colors and light being captured on the new generation CMOS sensor in the camera present, and it is simply amazing. The LED flash is a quad LED flash. Now if you notice up close, the iPhone 6 and the 6s features dual LED. Above one is a little whitish, the below one is a little what I can say is the skin tone flash. So these things basically monitor the light sensing, and they do the job. So in the new iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, instead of these 2 LEDs, you have 4 LEDs. That's why it's quad LED, and it also has flicker reduction. The ambient light, the artificial light which keeps on flickering, which the human eye can't detect, that thing detects it and adjusts the flash accordingly and gives you crisp image quality. The front FaceTime HD camera has been upgraded to a 7 megapixel unit, and it functions brilliantly. Now Apple announced the iPhone 7 Plus to be having twin 12 megapixel cameras. One would be the telescopic lens and the other would be the standard lens. So what happens is you have 2x optical zoom. You have optical zoom in the iPhone 7 Plus, and it is simply brilliant. It again features the optical image stabilization and a lot more. You have a digital zoom of up to 10x right now, and the picture quality is simply amazing because of the 2 lenses and the amazing software capabilities. What Apple has done is they have gone into the depth of field, the bokeh effect, the ones which is famous only with the DSLRs because of the higher lens aperture value. In this thing, what you're going to have is you're going to get DSLR like quality images with those 2 lenses. So simply amazing, man. And one of the pictures, especially this one, I was absolutely blown away because this was shot on the iPhone 7 Plus. It also features the standard Retina HD display, which is more brighter, more vivid in color, with a lot more thing. But the main highlight, now I would say this is not the main highlight exactly, but yes, speakers. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus will now feature stereo output. Stereo speaker output, many suggested that there would be 2 speakers. This one speaker over here, and instead of the headphone jack, there would be another speaker. But that is not the case. In the new iPhone, you have a speaker down here and a speaker up here. So whether you use it in landscape mode or portrait mode, you're going to get awesome stereo quality sound. Next up, EarPods. Now Apple arguably said, because the analog input has been there for almost close to 80 years or even 100 years. I'm not sure about it, so please don't bomb me in the comments. But again, it's been there for a long time, and it comes at a premium because space is of a concern when it comes to making a device so powerful. So what they have done basically is they have removed it, as speculations were true. Now you're going to get a lightning adapter. You're going to get a lightning headset, plus they're offering you, in case if you're still using those old earphones and you want to upgrade to a lightning one, you get this mini jack adapter, and you're going to get awesome sound through it because obviously it's a digital out and much better than the analog one. Next introduced was the wireless thing, and obviously it was the AirPods. Now AirPods are amazing devices. They look so beautiful. They're just basically EarPods with no wires. So and it features the first generation wireless it features the first generation wireless chip from Apple, which is the W1 chip, and the sound is definitely going to be amazing. I'm sure about it because Apple users, the EarPods sound amazing, and AirPods are not going to be any different. And the connection type, like you don't need to pair it with anything or nothing, just bring it up, open the box, and voila, you're done. So this is the type of true wireless activity that Apple has provided us. Last but not the least is focusing on the performance, and I'm really shocked because they took it as the 10th number, because normally performance everyone shouts out during the first time, but one of the key points, but this was like the 10th and the last point. The performance is like it's got an A10 Fusion chip. The name is awesome. A10 Fusion chip with an M10 Motion coprocessor with a lot of CPU power. It's obviously going to be twice as fast than the previous generation, and more than a 200% jump in the graphic capabilities. It's got a quad core processor, whereas in 2 cores are working with full performance and the remaining 2 are on a battery saver mode. So in case if you're checking your mail, for example, they would be used by those less power hungry processors. So with that, I conclude my episode of the review of the Apple iPhone 7, the Apple Watch Series 2, and the iOS 10 and the WatchOS 3. So this was the keynote presentation about what Apple did yesterday, and I'm absolutely waiting for the iPhones to land down in my hand and I give you a full comprehensive review of it. In the meanwhile, I hope you enjoyed this short video, and please subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think in the comments down below. So with that, have a wonderful day ahead. Peace out and bye bye.